So, in previous episode, our big crew straightly jumped into the swimming pool to fight with Choi Song-ho. As she don't know how to swim, she started to get drowned, but our Oppa quickly grabbed her waist and holding her with care that she can float over the water and enjoy it comfortably. This episode was the continuation of the romance of previous episode. In the position, while floating over the water, they started talking about their past life. Big Sokru asked Choi Song Ho, let's say you could swim again. If that were to happen, would you still be an architect? Then he answered, of course. Then Choi Song Ho asked her back, what about you? Let's say you go back to before you quit. If you could go back to grief, would you go back? She said no. He again asked her another question. Hypothetically, if you could go back before your engagement was called off, what would you do? She again said, no, I will not go back. And after receiving this answer from her, his expression was quite different. It was quite pleasant for him to hear this answer because in his mind he was always manifesting her and he is also manifesting her till now. Even 10 years ago, in that letter, which was inside the time machine box, he wrote what he feels about her. But he was always afraid to express his feeling because he thought it can destroy their friendship. And all this time, he just wanted to hide the letter all by himself. So, their water romance is going to end soon because our poor Vexo crew already started to sneezing after being all the time within the water. The next day, Choi Song Ho received an offer from a company named Grip. Apparently, it was that company in which Baek Sokro used to work previously in USA. So, at first, Baek Sokro hesitated to receive the offer as he thought it can hurt her feeling. But he had to do it because the sake of his company. The company was English speaking company, so they have to face some problem while communicating with them. But Beksokru proposed to help them. They were conducting a meeting where Beksokru was working as a mediator between them and the company group. But when the meeting ended, everyone just got up from there. Beksokru noticed something unusual. She noticed that the company forgot to cut off the video call and they were talking something about Choi Song Ho. They were planning to take advantage from Choi Song Ho and then they will end the contract. After listening their planning, Baek Sokro went to explain everything to Choi Song Ho. But he didn't listen to her and they had a little fight. Then Baek Sokro told him she is not going to work on this project and left from the office. But our Baek Sokro is a very responsible girl and he always thinks Choi Song Ho is a baby and he can't do nothing without her. And that's why on the next day on time he was on the place. They were standing and having some conversation. Baek Sokru and Choi Song Ho was little confused after seeing her. Baek Sokru and Choi Song Ho were standing and having some conversation. And then the employee of Grip came. Employee were Jennifer Chris. Chris is the person who was the chief product designer of Grip. Unfortunately, this Chris was Big Sokru's co-worker in USA. I should tell something to my dear listener. The relationship between Big Sokru and Chris was not that great back then in USA because Chris used to do all his work through Big Sokru and take all the credit all by himself. One day, Beksokru noticed that Chris and Jennifer were talking about her on her back. and from that time she was, and that is why she, and that and as everyone on that company was using her and do not letting her to get promoted, so she left the company. I think there were many things happened to her in the company. We will get to know when the new episodes will come. So the meeting started. Within the meeting, Chris and Jennifer constantly criticizing Big Sokru indirectly. So that is why she left the meeting table. When Big Sokro waiting outside of the conference hall, Chris came to her and started talking about past. He was telling her that her English is not still good and she is the same as previous. And they were having a little argument. This time Chris was doing a very bad behavior to Big Sokro. Then Choi Song-ho arrived the place. He was watching the whole incident all the time and he just can't spare anymore. How can he stay silent? Came and just give a punch to Chris and then told him that he is going to end the contract with this company. Baek Sokru was basically so offended about this incident. She didn't want that Choi Song Ho cancel the contract with the company. So she just walked off from the office and went somewhere afar. But Choi Song Ho followed her, gave her company, and take her to that lava spot that is very known to our K-drama fan. Yeah, they went to the Namsan Tower. So they were discussing today's up and down in the meeting and so on. And in this time, they received a call from the manager of Choi Song Ho, who told them that Grip want them to join again the company, and Grip already suspended Chris for this kind of behavior with them. And it was very good to hear and very exciting news for Choi Song Ho, but I think it was more exciting for Baek Sokro. Baek Sokro just jumped with joy and just hugged Choi Song Ho. He just standing like a statue. So here the episode 4 ended and the next episode is going to be more interesting. So stay tuned for this.